Okay, Howard. So
Okay.
great to have you here visiting us in Australia. And we're going to talk a little bit right now about our forthcoming training in October. So I thought maybe a good place to start would be you want to just share a little bit on, the essence of what we're trying to convey in this training. We've called it From Pain Management to Recovery. It's
Yeah.
quite a bold kind of title. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah. Well, it's a complete revolution, I'd say, in understanding what pain is. We haven't really understood what pain is. Despite all the science, the last 50 years, there's been a growing understanding, but now we've come to the point of really understanding how the brain works, understanding what most chronic pain really is. And so what we're able to teach in this course now is how to understand that, how to explain that to people, how to validate that for people, how to assess pain accurately and completely, and most importantly, how to reverse it rather than simply trying to manage it.
Yeah, and so we're making some pretty bold claims, really, aren't we, around, how many people this treatment could apply to. In the if you were to take 100% of chronic pain, roughly speaking, how many percentage of pain clients is this kind of neuroplastic treatment appropriate for?
Yeah, we've studied that, we've looked at it, I've talked a lot about it and thought a lot about it. And I'd say conservatively, it's about 80%. It depends on the disorder. If you're talking about chronic headaches, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel, chronic pelvic pain, it's upwards of 90% of the patients with those disorders. If you take chronic, say knee pain and hip pain, maybe it's down to 50 or 60%. Chronic neck and back pain somewhere in the 80 to 90%. So really overall, when you look at chronic pain, the majority and really the vast majority of adults and young people really with chronic pain do have neuroplastic pain, do have pain that's not originating in a physical structure in their body. Because most of the time, if there was originating in a physical structure in their body, we would have been able to diagnose it and treat it through standard medical approaches.
Yeah, and so the really revolutionary piece here is that essentially, if the pain is neuroplastic, we're really saying that most people should be able to cure, or if not cure, significantly improve from the pain. Hey, so we're really not talking about pain management anymore.
Exactly. It's beyond pain management. And it's beyond telling people that they're incurable. It's beyond telling people that there's no hope. It's completely different. And it's not saying, we'll try a little bit of this and a little bit of that and we'll hope for the best. It's really getting to the essence, the core root cause of what's causing the pain, which is neural circuits in the brain that have been activated, that have been learned, that are ongoing, and that can be changed.
Yeah, that's why it's so exciting to do this work. Hey, we can offer evidence-based or increasingly evidence-based hope to people.
Yeah, I mean, we now have four really high quality randomized controlled trials, two using a kind of pain reprocessing therapy, and two using emotional awareness and expression therapy, showing that these methods are more effective than the traditional pain management methods that have been used for the past couple of decades. And so we have that evidence. It's published in the literature, and people are beginning to talk more about it. I got an email from a guy at Harvard this week I didn't know, and he said, "Yeah, my new articles I'm writing is going to include pain reprocessing," and I sent him our EAET articles. I was at a workshop the other day by somebody on chronic pain I didn't know, and he was talking about our work. So it's really a tipping point. I think it's really coming into its own in small but significant ways.
Wow, the tide is turning because, yeah, I know you've been in this for what's 20 years or something now, and 15 for me. And there was a long time there where we felt really a bit kind of out in the cold, hey, but it seems like people are waking up. Maybe it's the data coming in.
Right, right. We were talking, nobody was listening.
That's it. We're
Oh
definitely
well.
talking. So, in terms of people might be interested in what we're going to cover. So, we're looking at we're looking at covering PRT, EAET, and IFS.
Correct. Those are the treatment parts, but we're also covering the assessment parts, the pain neuroscience parts, the education parts, from soup to nuts. I call this the soup to nuts course because it has everything that people are going to need to be able to go into practice and use this model in whatever practice setting that they're going to be in.
Yeah, exactly. We've tried to make it really practical. I mean, we're not promising to turn people out as expert psychotherapists, but we are giving them enough in the way of really practical tools that they can start using them right away on their client base. And
Right, and there's a very, very interactive patient forum that people write into. They write in their interesting cases, their challenging cases. Uh, they they write in all the questions they have about the theory, about the practice. We respond, other people in the class respond, and it really forms a community of people who are all learning and working, helping people who, like I say, were deemed unhelpable, were deemed hopeless, only a few years ago.
yeah, that's right. We've had a super active
Other
forum.
than that, just minor stuff.
Yeah, pretty boring, really. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
had a
other than
great
that,
forum.
it's simple.
And I think, yeah, my sense is from the feedback we've got from previous trainings, practitioners have really valued the sense of community that they've got to meet people who are passionate about this work, and they've stayed in touch with each other, and we stay in touch with them. And yeah, it's exciting to be building a community, an emerging community of practice in this work too.
Right, exactly. And it's the opportunity to practice these skills, not just see them or not just understand them on an intellectual or theoretical level, but it's actually getting the opportunity to practice the skills. So that's critical.
Yeah. All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to share with people before we wrap this up, Howard?
Yeah, it's fun. It's going to be fun. And that's the key. You have to enjoy your work. You have to enjoy this. And this work makes the practice of working with people with pain actually enjoyable, because you feel like you have something incredibly of value to offer. And the clients or the patients that you see are, when they understand it and get it, are incredibly grateful. So it prevents burnout. That's a good thing.
That's it. That's it. It's incredibly gratifying to be able to offer that level of transformation to someone.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, there
So
you have it, folks. Come and join us in October, and we look forward to seeing you there.
what do you say in Australia? Cheerio, Pip, and good day, mate, and all that stuff.
Catch you later, mate.
That's what we say. Okay. Catch you later, mate.